Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Smoke. Let's go.
All right. There you go, bro. I got some energy. This is what I want to talk about. This is the only thing that makes me happy. I don't talk about football anymore. Not getting into that anymore.
Hey, what
I
happened?
talk about boxing.
What happened?
That's what I talk about.
Okay, cool.
That's it, bro. I'm looking at other sports, golf. I'm looking at loads of things, bro. But then I just want to change. Just want to change that. Maybe darts,
Lacrosse.
I'm up for that. Water polo, whatever. Polo, like, you know what I mean. I'm basically in the market for different sports to learn about and become an expert in.
Sorry to hear that, man. I know it's hard.
It gets like that. But then let us shout out the people in the chat. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Raj, he's back, bro. He's back. He's done it again.
Come on, you can't put a good champ down, bro.
Listen,
that's
generational career. That's a biopic. Shouts out to Raj. Man like Untraceable. Man like B-Ack, Muller, North Bank, Bren, Ivy Ben, Daniel Boateng, Noir Black, Mr. A, Philip Ansar, Hija Selassie, Pokes is live. October Red Star, Fox WR45. Mr. MC Tasty, Anthony Hayweather, man like AI VS Hill. I ain't seen you before. Big up, bro. Dan the man. Man like James. Hey, you guys just be talking amongst yourself. I see pure back and forth here. Man like Big Papa. They calling you that is crazy. Change your name, bro. Man like Ali Hussein, Reese Keeper, Skyliner, the editor. Man like Marcel, Aaron, Ozzy B. Man like S. Eddie Rose. Joe Blackman, Goozy, all these other names. Pick up to you guys, man. Let's go.
All right. Let's get into this. Trav, hear me out. Want to pod a little bit now. Yeah?
Cool. Boxing.
A key thing about boxing is likability. Yeah? Likability, I would say, sometimes we maybe underplay it. Likability is really up there when you're trying to build a fighter.
Fan base. Core
fan base, or even just decisions, everything about the fighter. If you're trying to build a star, likability is key. We look at Haney. Yeah, Haney he's a good fighter. He's got a lot of good stuff about him. His likability factor.
It's an overdraft.
Let's go around. So then now let's use another fighter as well. Let's use AY, Anthony Yard, who, like, we love Anthony Yard. But guess what? In the beginning, Tunde was a major mouthpiece for AY. We're podding right now, And the feeling towards Anthony Yard probably was...
It was split. It was split. Yeah. It was split in the beginning because people liked AY, but if Tunde might have split the room in a couple of rooms.
There you go. There you go. So now I'm only dressing this up for us to build ourselves to what Don Charles is doing right now. Yeah. Don Charles is he's been on Talksport. He's been all over the place. Over. He's been on a tour. And this tour for me should be a tour of, well done, congratulations, not like a humility, but it's a well done tour. But then what's happened, and I don't know if he's aware, reading the room, how he's coming across on this tour is crazy. He's saying stuff. He is coming up, bro. I'll be like, and I'm happy for him. Again, I'm in the camp of I was wrong. I'm happy for you. But going to Talksport and saying you're against me, this person's against me, like, it just seems as if is he ruining?
You asked the question. Yeah, you're asking the question, are you being a sole winner here? Because, like, we get it, man. This is the moment you've been waiting for your whole career. I'm happy to see stories like that happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know I'm an AJ fan, but I don't dislike Dubois at that camp. It's not been a thing where I look at them out of the ops. Like, when Ruiz and Usyk and that, I wanted them, man, toasted, bro. But with Dubois, it's like, I'm happy for the brother. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a Southman as well. So it's like, I'm like, you man have your moment. And I'm like, but I just think, when you're looking at somebody for their well-being.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at Don in these moments, I'm like, you're putting the knife in a bit too deep with these I told you so's. You should be more enjoying the moment.
Enjoy the moment.
As opposed to cussing these men direct. Because end of the day, this is the game. So it's one of the ones where now it's like, there's no grace if Daniel can't win the rematch. There will be no grace.
Yeah.
If you make new enemies when you didn't need to make any enemies, this is the moment to come out and flex and be the champ. Be the guy that gets to sit around and have the media waiting on your every word. Just enjoy it. Don't necessarily try to avenge all those grievances from over the years of the.
And that's what it feels. The chip on his shoulder is a big chip, bro. And guess what? Sometimes I feel like he's speaking a language that is not understood outside.
It's not the public
community. You see, what you call it? My enemies have won. You see, Nigerians, yeah, like there's stuff that we can say, and when we, you got every uncle or auntie that goes into the spiritual thing, sends a lot of WhatsApp chain messages and stuff. That person, I know how to deal with that person because I know she's gonna take a spiritual element to everything that's getting, and there is one, but everything around them. But in the culture community, I understand what Auntie's saying. Yeah. If you're on Big Talk Sport, yeah.
Adam Cattrall might not be the person to be talking to about the
spiritual warfare
that you've been warded off.
Spiritual warfare. Are you talking to them about spiritual warfare? Brother, read the room. Brother, read the room, bro. Spiritual warfare is
that was going over his head. Adam Cattrall was like, yeah, so tell us about what it's been like since you've spoken to Daniel as a champ. Like, he's like, bro. He's like, I don't know where you're trying to take me. I ain't going. Gareth Davis. Gareth was scared to speak anymore. He said, wait, I don't hate you. You know it's just about the fighting, right? He's like, bro, you want me to fail.
Internally. Nollywood on radio. Brother, I'm telling you, and that's my family. They talk about this. You know it, yeah? Yep. You talk about, even I see West Indian culture, you talk about, where people, what's it, Doppy, who for frightened, no, who for frightened. You know them lines there, yeah? There's ways where you can go and do that, and we all understand what's going on. You see, outside of the community, you gotta be a bit more study people, and all he's doing is making it harder for his fighter, because now, before they weren't willing his fighter to lose. I believe now you're starting to get, all he has to do is look at the comment section.
Yeah.
Just look at the comment section and it'll give you a good vibe.
But what's mad is, like these that I told you so's, they're even slightly misplaced because nobody thought Dubois was going to win. Nobody had him down to win. Nothing had shown that you belong at this level anyway, in my view, even still. But you came in and you delivered. Congratulations, bro. You did the unthinkable, bro. Because if 97% of men are saying, nah, he's getting smoked, bro, I was so sure, fam. Man, everybody was on that same kind of wave. Obviously, there's the small percentage of people that be like, no. I thought Dubois was going to win. Cool. Congratulations to you guys. But come on, man. This is a moment for you to come celebrate. Like, celebrate, bro.
Build the champion. Build, because guess what? There's little moments. You see when Usyk give us, I am Phil. I weren't excited about Usyk at any time. I wasn't excited. But Usyk, his trainer, not saying he stayed out the way, he spoke Krasiv, I can't remember his name. But then Usyk was doing the right little things. Now, if they're clever, the move now is bang on the table, let's go now. That's all I should be thinking of Dubois. But what I'm thinking about is Don Charles has shifted the light a bit away from it and he's taking it to somewhere else. For me, whereas I don't think it's benefiting the fighter in the best way. Everyone should be like, that's the guy that slayed the king. He's fought some really difficult fights. We need to give him all the praise because he's demanded it from us. Now it's shifted, and I feel that maybe some people, before he's talking about the demise, some people like to see someone get humbled in the light. And I don't think like Don Charles deserves a humbling. I think he should just be more aware of his surroundings. As someone that studies people and really understands things, what you're doing is you're building up people. Gareth Davis and Cattrall definitely went home saying, I don't want this guy to win again. They don't want to see that. Even if they said, oh yeah, we love you on the show, they made up their minds in that moment. And you're hurting your fighter in that way, for me.
I think it's one of the ones where people will always keep them separate anyway. Like, I wouldn't automatically look at Dubois and think Don Charles anyway.
You don't think Bill Haney doesn't hurt Haney's situation sometimes?
It's slightly different. It's slightly different with the dad, him being his dad. But Dubois is such a unique kind of story anyway. So it's one of the ones where it's like, now you can't, I wouldn't link him to if it stays as it is right now and just continues, then it's one of them ones where you say, okay, Dubois does get to have his own space. Don Charles is a bit wild sometimes in the interviews. But over time, you're going to have a dynamic which would be similar to Anthony Yarde and Tunde, where it creates a situation that you kind of didn't need to create, because when you're a heavyweight champ, you kind of don't need to force the other elements.
Yeah.
When he's done what he's done, bro. You beat AJ in front of 98,000 people, fam.
Brother.
That's insane.
Insane.
We don't need to do that bit. We don't need to do this.
Anyway, but we moved. So that's a question for the community. That's a question for you guys. Is he ruining it? Is it a disservice? Or do you just think, you know what? Let him pop his shit. Let him go out and say, yo, and everybody sit down, you pricks. Do you feel, if you're on the side of that, let us know. Let's have some conversation about that. Another conversation. Let's
do this, bro, because this week, somebody made a move that shook the boxing game temporarily. Let's watch it. Let's watch it in motion, because it was nuts.
On the promotional team, you've chosen boxer. Why?
Why boxer? Because every other promoter out here is a scumbag. That's why. You know, you've got Frank Warren behind me, been lying and cheating his way through boxing for the last couple decades. Sued me for a couple $100,000 a few years ago, so obviously I was never going to go with him. You know, the guy's a scumbag. Calais Sauerland, you know, had me locked up.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
Calais Sauerland had me locked up in a terrible contract for the last few years, squeezing money out of me at every opportunity. Scumbag. Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith, you know, they did everything they could to try and make this fight against Conor Benn still go ahead. Still go ahead.
Why don't you fight Hamza Sharad, scumbag?
After knowing that they, that he was on steroids. Scumbags, you know. I would say the only promoter that I know for sure isn't a scumbag is His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh. You know, this is a man who isn't trying to take money from fighters. He isn't trying to use lawyers and accountants to lock fighters up in slave contracts. You know, he's a man of God. He's a man of religion. That's what's most important to the people of Saudi Arabia. He just wants to put the biggest fights on, the best events on, and pay fighters what they're worth. And as a fighter, you know, it's a blessing to be a fighter at this moment of time, because this is the first time we've ever had a promoter like this in the history of boxing. Oh, and, you know, Ben Shalom's a very cool guy too.
Welcome back, Chris. Harmony in the room, as expected.
Scumbags, bro.
He's a scumbag.
The delivery of scumbag as well. But then my thing is, you know what everyone said? Everyone said, you know what? I respect. Literally, all I saw was mad for his career. I respect him.
Frank over the shoulder was in, bro. He was livid, bro. If he could have said off with his head, he would have been finished right there and then, bro.
What?
He said, what'd he say? What'd he say? Speak up. Speak up. You know when you're trying to just like say it with your chest then, bad man. And he said, listen.
You're scumbag. And it's the delivery of scumbag for me. But then what? Because how did he quickly? Because everyone was a scumbag at that moment. When did he realize?
Eddie was speechless, bro. He had the nice glasses on. You know when man's debuted in nice specs, man? He's just there watching like, this is really happening. That's crazy.
Bro, you can't, because he stood on, people said that is the definition of 10 toes down, standing on business. We didn't really realize he was tiptoeing on business, because bro, no, how quick was it? Because I thought, wow.
That apology, That retraction, that retraction came like what 4 hours after the presser. But it's it's wild still. Frank got on the phone and said, "I want you to take everything. Take everything."
No, but when did they unscumbag themselves though? When did they unscumbag themselves? Because before he was sure about these scumbags.
Turkey must have walked up, tapped him and said, "Hey, that's funny still, but allow it, bro. Allow it.
Let's open the lines. Let's open the lines and see what people think about.
I'll be real though. Yeah. When you say something like that with Vim, that retraction don't really mean nothing to me.
This is how you feel.
That retraction means nothing to me. Watching that, I'm thinking, "Oh, well played." If anything, them men did that on his behalf. He didn't post it on his page, did he?
So he hasn't retracted.
Sky Sports slapped that up and said, about the Eubank and da. Bro, he meant all of that and said, "You meant what you need to do." I said what I said.
Let's open the lines and see what the people say. Let's open the lines and see what it's. But don't forget, we forgot Don Charles has called Usyk a fake. Wow. Yeah. Let's go. Let's open the lines. Hello, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's good, guys? What are you saying?
What's happening, bro?
We are live. Talk to us.
Yo, I thought I've got some strong views on both topics, so good way to start. So I was watching the Don Charles interview because he went on a media tour. I saw it on Box Nation with Umar. And I was like, "Bro, Uncle's hella bitter though," because I hear it. Like, I actually understand his journey, all of that stuff, but I think in boxing, you have to know that, one thing that stuck out to me was the way he called out Ben Davison, called him a fraud, called him what did he call him? He called him saying that he was a videotape watcher or whatever it was, video study. And I'm just like,
but area champion.
Yeah, but I'm like, in boxing, every dog has its day. You can't be talking like this after one win, not acting like you're gonna face these guys again. And I don't think it's the job of the coach. I think a promoter should be able to do that to build their fighter. I just thought he didn't do a good enough job of trying to build Dubois, and he actually made the whole moment about him rather than actually focusing on the journey to the win and coaching a heavyweight champion. I think it does him a disservice, to be honest.
Yeah, and these partnerships haven't aged that well. Like when you think about it in terms of the fighter that doesn't talk much and the guy that, the trainer or you look at Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia. You look at Teofimo and his dad at times, and it's like sometimes these moments get a bit chaotic.
Yes.
Because now you're really trying to lean into your performance back. You're just creating problems.
100%. And also there was already, we know he was sick now, but there was already speculation that there was a little bit of, anxiousness between the camp pre-AJ. You don't know, that might still be a thing. This could be part of it as well. We'll see. But I just think imagine after Andrew Ruiz, his coach went out and started talking hella grease when he beat AJ the first time. And then he loses and then you just look stupid. I just think we'll see what happens. I just don't think he done Daniel real justice in terms of the win itself.
Do you think, because obviously there's the big talk as well, and I haven't added the AJ question, but do you think AJ is really going to take that rematch? And do you want him to?
I think he will. If you asked me the day of the fight, I would have said no. But he's lost the first time. What's he going to do losing again? He might as well go back for it, to be honest. If he really wants to go again for the title, he has to go again and go down that route. What else is there for him? Okay, we'll see what happens in December with Fury Usyk. Depending on how that goes, he could just go straight to Fury. But I think knowing AJ the way we know him, at least a little that we know him on the outside, I think he will, even if he fights Fury, he'll want to fight Dubois again.
Would that be fair though? Because everyone keeps saying, see what happens in December. What's that got to do with AJ really when we break it down? Because AJ's not, if Fury beats Usyk, surely what's the next? I don't understand how he looks when he says December. Go on.
I think it's clear, to be honest.
Yeah, it's clear. If Fury loses, then you fight Fury. If he wins, then you fight Dubois.
Yeah. Okay. It's as simple as that. Or you go down another route. like there's so many options. I think, considering that now he's confirmed that he's staying in the game, that means he's probably got another, unless the next fight is a brutal knockout, he's probably got another couple more fights in him. So I think there's a few paths he can go. But on the Eubank Jr. thing,
scumbags.
Scumbag.
No, I think he, to be honest, I don't think the statement means anything, to be honest. I don't think he walked back anything. I think the statement was made.
Facts.
He only said something. I think, to be honest, I actually think because the whole thing was planned by Turkey, and because of Turkey, he knows all these promoters are paper promoters. They're not really doing anything. It's all Turkey. He could say that without any real repercussion, which is why he actually held him up in the statement. That I think that was very. Chris is a smart guy. He's very deliberate. He was like, "Hail up Turkey." I don't think the statement means anything because it didn't burn Frank Warren any less. He was fuming.
Livid, bro.
Frank Warren had to walk something. Frank Warren said there was statements from both, or Frank Warren and the team.
Yeah,
Yo,
because
no,
he checked them though.
Yeah, Frank checked him and said, "Brother, we're gonna sue you for that talk."
Yeah.
So when they come up with a statement, they say, "Oh, we accept the apology," and But that's just strong arming.
It's just strong because you guys need to remember, like, okay, I know nobody really wants to say this, but like, we have to remember the whole purpose of why Turkey and Saudi are doing all this thing, and like any kind of bad PR is not good for what they're trying to do. And so, of course, they don't want any litigation to be attached to Riyadh season. Come on, man.
Yeah,
exactly. So, like, nah, that was just yo, shut up. We'll both say sorry publicly, and we'll keep it moving. But he's right. All them man have been robbing people for years, and it's about time someone spoke it out. Allegedly.
Hey, Travis, good catch. Hey, listen,
we don't know for sure. We're just speculating.
Travis, great catch.
Come on now, I ain't sparring with those guys.
I had a cease and desist.
You think you better apologize quick?
Oh, we be outside. We said, how we looking? Yeah, we just wanna once again state.
We've been a fan of Queensbury Promotions for such a long time.
All right, listen, I just had to move it on though. Fred, welcome to the show.
Gentlemen, what's going on? You guys good?
What's going on? Don Charles saying that Usyk's a fake. What do you think?
Listen, first of all, I think it's a very bad idea. I just think he's bitter. I just think he's annoyed that he didn't win and Dubois got knocked down. He knocked him down and he thinks he should have won that. So I just think he's been bitter. So that's just simple on that. I'm not listening to Don Charles on that. What I will say though, on Don Charles's tour, and I didn't get to jump on last week, but I was fuming. But only three things, and I'll go on this point quick because I really want to speak about Chris Eubank, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. One, I agree with a lot of things Don Charles said in regards to Ben Davis, about him being like same thing. A PE teacher teaching you boxing is very different from an actual boxing coach. I'm speaking also from experience when I was like, I've done boxing and I do boxing, and when I was being literally told by ex-professional boxer and what my own PE teacher did, it was a completely different lesson. So I will say this, the AJ fight, I was vexed, but Dubois didn't do anything I didn't know. I thought Dubois was amazing, but Dubois did the same things I know he did. He would come out fast, he has combinations, he was clear. It's a completely different fight if AJ learns to lift his hands up, learns to block a jab. I truly think if AJ did that, we're having a completely different fight.
Can you see? Wait, so do you see AJ? Because a lot of people are saying because AJ had his hands down, this, that, and the other, and he was getting through stuff when he went into the ring. Do you see the fight being totally different in the next one? Because that's a standard thing to know. That's like that's the part of the game.
It's part of the game. That's my point. In the sense of I want AJ to go back into the rematch immediately. If you put your hands up and actually box, because I would have loved Dubois to win, and he literally boxed the best AJ, but it was literally the best Dubois and the worst AJ. It's a dream for any boxer for a guy to have his chin up, hands down, and you just beating them up. That's the AJ we saw. Even when AJ was lost to Ruiz, but he was good in that fight, and then lost. I don't like that. So Dubois and this tour that he's doing, Don Charles, for me, just kind of more cements that, because it's like he didn't really beat the best AJ though.
But this is good. Someone asking this question in the chat. Someone saying, How did AJ not know to put his hands up after all the fights he's had in his life and knowing how dangerous this man is? What is that?
There's a lot of it. It's always there's the man energy. He's the son. It's a bit of shock. I think even the day before when he was like, guys, pray for me that I win this fight. I thought, oh, surprised me. Everything that I thought would happen to Dubois that the occasion get big to him, it felt like it happened to AJ. It felt as AJ was like, oh, people really like me. People still want to see me. People still want to show up. And that's the performance that resulted of it. And he was shocked that he was losing. He thought that Dubois would fall under pressure. But he did well, Dubois. But AJ didn't box.
I think it's an underestimating thing as well. He thought he was going to go in there and be able to tee up on him. Imagine you're watching tape of Dubois against Hrgovic in those early rounds. And then this Dubois comes out. He was prepared to punch his head off, bro.
In the Hrgovic was underestimating Dubois. Then I watched Hrgovic lose confidence as the fight went on when Dubois switched on. Because he was eating right hands. But AJ, like you said, you men said he's the best. He was more scared of Ngannou than he was than Dubois. Like Daniel Dubois hasn't been boxing since he was 6. This is serious things for me. And seriously, Ben Davies, I like you. But I looked back, this ain't nothing new stuff. A lot of people said Ben Davies is a PE teacher. Look back, why did John Fury, why did you guys let go of Ben Davies? Nice lad, help Fury, make him know his role, put his hands on his shoulder. Boxing knows nothing. He's not the first person to say this about Ben Davies.
Yeah, I think it's just that thing of like I remember, do you remember the performance when Lewis fought Ruckman?
Yes.
And he comes out, and I remember my dad screaming at the TV from round 1, "Wake up, Lennox! What is he doing?" Like everything was just lumbered and lethargic. And you're like, what's he doing? That's how this fight felt.
Yeah.
But then I just put a poll out because what I'm hearing from you guys is you're almost saying that AJ will be better in the rematch, and it's just purely he lost that fight because he came into it maybe not in the right mindset, or his hands were lower. I don't know if that tells the true story. Was he invested, or could he? Do you see him looking different? Do you, like Trav, do you see the rematch looking different? Fred, do you see the rematch looking different?
I see it looking different if he actually boxes and provides himself. I would have rather seen the AJ that was, okay, I'm going to focus. This is the game plan. That took Ngannou seriously. I want to see AJ. AJ's, we need to forget, this guy's an Olympic champion, right? This guy fought and went to the best. He's up there. Out of all these heavyweights in that generation, he has the best resume and the legacy. But when things are going wrong, I just wanted to see him calm down and actually box. That's what I wanted to see.
Go.
No, it's just if he just literally, it's a different fight. Because if Dubois, is Dubois landing all those jabs if he's blocking them? Dubois he still didn't do head movement. Dubois, don't get me wrong, his footwork was great. He still didn't do head movement.
But then we remember what we got from Ruiz was a Ruiz that got his money up and was not serious. Remember, Ruiz didn't get better. Ruiz didn't go into the training room and say, I'm going to be a better version of Ruiz. Ruiz came in there fat, asking AJ to come to him. Ruiz would never get to AJ. So what you're not going to get a going backwards version of Dubois. You got a guy, Ruiz, that became rich and enjoyed his life. He was flossy. The guy forgot about boxing.
What now, about the AJ that's
going to go another level, surely?
True, it's true. What about the AJ that fought Usyk on the second fight? We can all admit, obviously he lost it, but it was a better AJ. That version of AJ would have done better if he was just staying focused and actually planning the game. I think it's enough.
I think personally, where this is not one of those fights which requires over analysis.
Yeah,
this was a pick'em, and it's going to be a pick'em again. These men are 250 pounds. There's not much height difference between them, and they're going to swing for the hills. Whoever lands something significant could take this fight. That's how this story is going to go again. This ain't going to be one of the fights where it's like, yeah, boxes ears off for 10 or 12 rounds. No, bro. They're coming to knock each other out again. And people are saying like father time and all this type of stuff. No, this is overconfidence, fam. Father time makes a fighter cage up and not throw nothing.
Facts.
Shot fighters don't take any chances, fam. That's when you know a guy's done. He doesn't let the right hand go. He sees it, doesn't trust it, stays cagey. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, them men are going to go and try and scrap again, and we don't know who's going to win. It's on a knife edge.
I just want you fight smart. Just fight smart, bro. That's what it is. Just fight smart. I think that moment when he got gas and was sticking his tongue out, I think it felt as if like you could see it, man. It's like Bro, this younger really thought he could punch me up. Now look at this. Now look at me.
The
now
feeling, yeah, the
that's what
embarrassment
it was.
setting
It
in,
was
yeah.
annoying watching it because I could see that. I was like, brother, that doesn't work in boxing. You watch the guy that thinks is the baddest man in the room get thumped up. We've seen this. Boxing humbles you in these situations. If he fights smart,
let's be into the Eubank thing because there's a lot of people waiting.
I want to just say this scumbag is the best line.
Scumbag.
I almost said it to my boss. He's scumbag. That word has changed. Chris Eubank is a star, and for me, it just showed. I feel like Chris Eubank was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not the main event. I'm gonna make this about me, which was brilliant because now I want to watch it more. I literally almost forgot it was Batavia. I literally forgot. Because I like think about I want to see Eubank fight. I want to see what he's gonna do. He's gonna. I have faith again. I'm like
he stole the show. He stole the show of that. Definitely, he absolutely stole the show. Because you forget that was the first presser. Batavia Bivol. All this, everything was about. Listen to what Eubank just said.
Yeah, and Ade's face. I loved it because he knows he got set up.
What a response!
Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't think he did anything wrong, Eubank. I think what Eubank said is very true. I think it needed to be highlighted. And for me, he did smart. It highlights what we like about Turkey al-Sheikh. Yeah. He's really making the fights happen. He's making all these guys so all that politics, all that nonsense, relax. When he said slave contracts, I was out there like, yay. Did you see the other fighters as well? No one. Everyone just looked.
No one said anything. They just listened.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
Like, nobody jumped up to defend their promoter.
Right? No one said, Eddie Hearn's never done this for me. Nothing. Not even AJ came up. So, everyone's a Don King slowed down in this new generation. Shout out Chris Eubank. Cheering for him. He will become a heavyweight champion.
He better win, man.
I have faith he'll be.
Wait,
he can
do it.
Eubank come
Eubank be a heavyweight champion.
He can do anything.
Not the heavyweight champion.
He said he can do anything he wants.
Heavyweight champion. Get rid of him.
That's funny.
Base.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Talk to us. Where you've heard what the topics, you heard what we're talking about today. I think there was some other stuff. I don't know if you want to talk about Sandy Ryan as well, like what she went through. Like just
the paint situation.
To Michaela Mayer, like
there's a whole lot to go through. All right, so cool. Starting off with that, look, that was disgraceful with what happened there. And as much as like Michaela can say that, look, it wasn't, I had nothing to do with it. I'm not even saying that she directly did, but that had to have been a member of her team. There's no way it's anyone else. Who else is just rolling up on the road with a bottle of paint?
Just know her. And like Sandy, it's not like she's the main face. Like people think, I need to throw something on her like that.
No one don't know her. Like no one in New York knows Sandy. Like no offense, there wasn't that many people at the press conference to be like, oh, this is a major star. Like that knows the time she's walking out of the hotel and everything. That's only a member of the team with inside knowledge is going to know that information. With a getaway car as well. It's not like, they're just walking from the shop and they see her, didn't like her outfit. Who are you? Get out of here.
Yeah. Moving out their
They got a getaway car and everything. That's
drive-by painting, That hit was set up from UK, bro.
Absolutely.
But you know what? What I will say, just before we move on from that, like, Michaela, I did think she won the fight, just barely. It was a very close fight, but Sandy to even go through with the fight and put in the performance she done, big up to her, innit? Yeah. She needs to get her lick back at some point, but she's probably gonna have to go up to 154.
Michaela was sounding like she wanted to see her again. It didn't sound like there's gonna be any. Yeah,
but Michaela's very, she's very hypocritical like that, because obviously when it was her, she thought that she didn't get a fair shake with Baumgardner and with Jonas. Oh, I want to run it back. I want a rematch. Now you get a victory. Oh, well, I'm on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, naughty from her.
Nasty work. But yeah, there's that. Obviously, Alicia, she kept her belts on the weekend, no contest, but was beating the brakes off of Pursoon. So shout out to her. Mm-hmm. And shout out to Terry Harper for doing, for making the big comeback against Rhiannon Dixon. Well done to her as well, reviving the career. Shout out. But yeah, talking about these topics, first things first, let's talk about Don Charles, all right? I've been saying, the thing is, I know Don is a very, he's a family-oriented guy. He's the type of person where if he's got your back, you are good, like,
Good
because
for life. Yeah.
yeah, he's one of them ones. Like, he's loyal to the soil and he's loyal to a fault. But the problem with Don is he's got a manner of speaking, a very old and KG probably knows, very old, like African Nigerian way of just being very strict and direct and to the point with no nuance in the voice. And unfortunately, that comes across as very condescending.
Yes.
That comes across as very condescending, and it comes across as at times very rude.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because he now has mixed the condescending with the rudeness and the bitterness and the anger from the 20 years of not being given the respect he feels he deserves, he's gone on a revenge tour that is looking like PR disaster.
It's mad
Like,
still.
he's doing I remember I watched that whole interview, and there was parts of it I'm like, I agree with you. But then there's other parts, and he's like, he's preferencing it by saying, "Look, I'm really angry at the moment." So he's like, "Okay, so that takes away from some of what you're saying." But then on the other hand, it's, I don't want your fake love. You never believed in me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that every time it's my person, you want to back against me. You're against me. And it's like, whoa, just
personal.
take a
He said
moment.
it's personal.
It's not that deep.
I would like to know the amount of times that Gareth A's been wrong about the prediction. Because if he's been right, what can you say to my man, fam?
Yeah, I guarantee you, most of those predictions are probably about Derek Chisora.
Chisora, that's what I was thinking.
So, or George Fox even, and unfortunately, he didn't turn out to be anything. So, like, we got all of us got that one right, I'm afraid.
But you know what I think it is, though? I think, obviously, people been questioning, even when he said, because I'm really interested in him and Spencer's breakdown. Because Spencer posted something. That's the one. I don't know if you lot are paying attention to that. Spencer posted a video of the three of them, like, on The Fight Is Right? And he was saying, look, you had something to do with what happened, how I ended up. That's what is kind of Spencer's alluding to. You had something to do with Dubois ending up with me. And thank you for that. That was the energy.
Yeah, that was. I think it was August 2022 or 23, something like that. I remember. I saw it. Yeah.
But then to be in the latest Box Nation, was it Box Nation? They done an interview and he said, "I never want to hear that name again." He said,
"But you know what? That probably, you know what that is. I think more than anything, let's be real, right? That's literally, he knows behind the scenes. Chances are." Stan wasn't really sure about him, innit? So now that obviously, you've got Spencer talking bad about Stan, he's trying to disassociate himself because he still wants to keep his payday. That's literally what it is. It's like, you're not at that point. That's what it is.
Yeah, call in, bro. Ivy Ben, call in. We need that.
So,
he said he's got the video about the beef between Spencer and Dunn.
Okay, well, I mean, look, so there's that of him calling. The one thing that I disagree out of everything he said. Look, I agree with some of it. I don't like how he said some of it, but it's his tour. Let him get his 15 minutes.
It's his moment.
But it's the Usyk stuff. It's like, Don, you gotta let that go. First of all, you can't question the man's religion and his faith, because we've seen his faith more than we've seen yours, and I'm saying that respectfully, innit? Like, I know I'm not saying you ain't a Christian. I know you are, but like, Usyk is very, very clear in his ways and what he does and his belief system.
With a big stiff right hand. Stiff right hand. Wow.
I mean, am I lying though? That's the thing. Like, if we look at it, let's be real on that. We see very much how much faith is involved in his character. So even if you think that he was milking the 5 minutes or whatever, he was allowed to. Like, it's not. What did he do? That was the cheat.
Yeah.
The referee's the one that ruled it. He didn't tell the ref it was a low blow. The ref immediately said that was low, and it wasn't the first time in that fight. Same as there was low blows in the Latte fight. There was low blows in the Latte fight. There was low blows in the Hrgovic fight. There was low blows in the Miller fight. I mean, unfortunately, Daniel has previous. And if you're gonna say that, unfortunately, if Usyk is a cheat, well, Daniel said, I'm going in with fists, elbows, headbutts. And he did all of that in the fight. So is Daniel not a cheat then? So are you being a hypocrite a second time? How are we doing this?
Base said, hey, listen, enough's enough. Let me talk, bro.
I'm just being on. Tell me anything I'm saying. If it's not true, cool.
I can't.
Let's be real, yeah. let's be real. It's the referee that's arranged this, isn't it? It's the referee that caused this. Like there was a low blow from Dubois in the AJ fight. AJ just waved off the time. Eddie was talking about after. He's like, "Bro, take the 5 minutes, bro."
and that low blow was lower than the one that Usyk got. It was that was proper in on the protector on the bottom half of it. So I mean, yeah. Look, there's that. What else is there to talk? There's obviously the Haney stuff.
Eubank.
Eubank stuff as well. I'll talk about both of those quickly. So the Eubank, obviously, I was there when he said that. I'm not gonna lie, because I was about 3 rows back, and he said they're all scumbags. I looked up, and then I looked down and just started busting up. I'm like, raw. And then when he started actually saying the names, because I thought, you just kind of leave it there, and he starts talking about Frank. I looked at Frank's face, and Frank at the time, because he was smiling, he couldn't actually hear what man was saying. Yeah. And then Eddie turned to Frank and said, "I think he just called you a scumbag, mate." Frank looked at him like, "What?" And he goes, "What? Speak up." And then he's like, Then he's like, "Why is this scumbag talking? Why don't you fight Hamza, you scumbag?" And then he starts trying to go, and you saw Frank's face like he wanted to throw something at him. He didn't have nothing hard enough. He didn't have nothing hard enough to dash in the back of his head.
Yes.
But the thing is,
mad, bro. God.
No, but just to let you know, the thing is, right at the end of that, as soon as they've come off stage, I think he did one quick interview, and then he went upstairs to where Turkey was. So that's where the retraction thing came from. But ultimately, look, he's like, he went up there, he had a conversation. Frank, I think, had the conversation, but he went on Talksport before I think he had his part. And then obviously that's how that thing all played out. And then he probably said, "Look, both of you have said stuff," because Frank ain't innocent. He's on camera many times calling him a fraud and XYZ. So he's like, "Okay, I got to clean up. You got to clean up what you said as well." And that's why he's put that part of the statement out as well. They both had to clean it up. So
All right, listen, thank you for that update, bro.
Yes.
Haney's suing. Is Haney suing?
He's suing Garcia, fam.
Is he suing him for the fight and what he did to him in the fight? Am I hearing that correct?
Yeah, it basically, long story short, he's suing him for battery because he fought him, but he fought him basically with an illegal substance. That's basically what he's saying. It was an illegal weapon.
How does that look, though? PR-wise, how does that look? Suing him for battery is mad.
No. Here's the thing. It's mad, right? And it doesn't necessarily look great, but it's a genius move. It's a genius move because there's 2 things that's going to happen. Ultimately, he could win this lawsuit, and Ryan's going to be out for bare money because there's not really much that man can argue against, especially when he's on camera on many different times talking about this, that, and he's accepted the ban and XYZ and talked about drugs and stuff. He said it before. I wanted to do a league where you can take PEDs. He said that on camera one time.
That's right.
So you haven't really got the excuse. So you got all of that there, but then it's even if Haney was quote unquote to lose that lawsuit, it's going to take pure time out of Ryan's career to be in litigation. So do you want to do the litigation?
Base, we're gonna have to move it on. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Base, big up to yourself. Actually, say bye to you. I don't know how great it is for PR. I think it looks like a PR nightmare. Think about the last outside we seen him. Hear me out. Let me land this one. The last time we seen Haney outside, we saw him fighting Uggs. Yeah, the Ugg thing was crazy. Got moved to, mum fainted. The next time we saw him was at the fun fair when they done the 5v1, and the points decision in the street fight is crazy. Yeah. Now this legal case of battery, brother. This looks crazy.
But the one silver lining in this chaos, this might just clean up the sport of boxing. Because if you get popped dirty and you could get sued and lose bread that you didn't earn money just now. Now you're just paying back M's. Fighters might start looking like, yo.
You're pudding. No, because if I get beat up now, I've got the battery. No. But the street cred, though, is he can't. His dad can't. No, I hear you because he's actually fixed boxing. He's actually helped boxing because I know if you pop there, you're telling me, when it's going to be in previous claims.
GBH, bro.
Bro, have you been in them fight and you know them the lawyers that go around the ambulance chases?
Have you had a fight and your opponent pop dirty? No win, no fee. Hey, bro, before we go to the next caller,
Yeah.
Travis J. Comedian here, letting you know my travesty tour is about to go crazy. I'm so excited. This year has been insane. Kicked off the year with my own sitcom, bro. Rum Punch for the BBC. Mad. Then, Supercell. #1 show around the world. Got to see the world bouncing around pure different countries. Oh my gosh, the stories I've got. There's only one way I could think of ending the year like this, and that's with stand-up. Nothing beats the thrill of live comedy.
What's going on, man? Make some more noise, man.
Nothing beats this on stage. Me, a microphone, and the people.
I was hyped.
I love this thing. It's raw, it's real, it's live. You can't plan it too much because anything can happen, but you've got to be ready in the moment. This is my debut tour.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
It's my tour, bro. My debut tour. I've dreamt of this moment for so many years. I've got a lot of stuff to tell you guys. We're gonna have fun, man. Pull up, book your tickets now. Let's have a good time. I will see you there.
It's a good act, man. I gotta lie, bro. It's good. It reads good, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm honestly, and you don't know when Trav gets outside, he's serious about comedy. He's on his thing. Actually, you know, there's a lot of people here, yeah. If you didn't know, we have got a podcast that we don't promote, which is crazy. Expect Foolishness. You lot, go and listen to that. It's good. It is good. You see us in a different way. We're talking outside of boxing. We're talking up the things. Come and listen to us on Expert Foolishness. We want to see the subscribers jump up. There's so many people here. Come pull up and watch that. Let's go. That's wicked. Did Ivy Ben pull up? Because I want to see if he's got the
Ben, we're waiting for you, bro.
Yeah, we want to know if there's what's going on. Anyway, let's go. Anthony Hayweather.
Hello, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
What's happening, fellas? Listen, I was the first one to tell you lot about Don Charlton, innit?
No.
Hello?
Did you say Don Charlton, bro?
Yeah, that's the new one, Don Charlton.
I don't even know.
Nah.
You know, we can't even really get that one off, yeah. And the reason why is he got the win over AJ, bro. He don't deserve this abuse.
Yeah, you don't deserve that kind of smoke.
He does. Listen, every dog has his day. I'll tell you where it is, yeah, with him, yeah.
Charlton is absolutely insane, bro. You can't storm.
I've realized Don Charles, yeah.
It's too smooth as well. That's the worst part.
Adam Catterall and Gareth A. Davis, they should have called David Hay as well, innit? But he's got what you call an incel mindset.
Did you say incel mindset?
Yeah. You know the man that, you see that, like, never used to get gal back in the day. There was nerds and that.
This guy.
And then now they've made it, they've had their day in the sun. They show bare resentment to women. You know them, man?
Is diabolical. Yeah, I know the content. I know
that's
the red. You're talking red pill content.
Yeah. Yeah, them fresh and fit, man. Andrew, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, this guy.
That's what Don Charles on. He's on a resentment tour, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, though, let's think about the journey that he's had in the game. Yeah,
the resentment tour is crazy, though.
The resentment tour is insane. But come on, bro. Let's give him some bail though, because that's a lot of years he's been in the game. And I think someone said he's the first Black British trainer to have a heavyweight champ.
Yeah,
so it's a record-breaking journey he's been on, bro.
A Black British champ. So who's Emmanuel Stewart?
No, I'm talking a Black British trainer.
Oh, we'll come back to that. But if he is, fair enough. Yeah. But the way he's moving is disgusting. Yeah. First of all, yeah.
But ain't he allowed to pop his shit though? Like you lot been.
That's what I'm saying.
He
said have a little bit.
You have to do it with a bit of grace, though, man.
About me. AJ tried to no, because I don't know what's the best way. Like he said, bro, AJ tried to kind of not bring me up or talk about me being there in the beginning. I had the DNA. I never forget this man telling me, man, I have the DNA for this fighter. I know what he doesn't like, and we're going to expose it on the night, and they will see. This is what he was saying, and he showed us.
Do you think? Okay, who do you think Dubois listens to in the corner? Do you think he listens to Don Charles, or do you think he listens to the Obia man?
So what was this?
Who's this guy? No. I mean,
you know, watch. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. But
I'll
what I
put
did
a
notice,
spell on you.
No. You know, I might bring him back. I might bring him back.
Bro, if Dubois comes out to that tune, yeah. No, bro. Someone said Juju Benson.
No, but do you know what's pissing me off? I put a spell on you. Hey, do you know what killed me today? Yeah, some people are really. Someone said to me, I'm gonna bring him back in a second. Someone said, yeah, the judge must have been powerful. I said, look, there's no judge, yeah, because you're talking about specific judge. You're talking about judge that can make man not lift up his right hand. No one's got judge. It's not coming like that, bro. It's not like it don't work. I don't believe judge could work like that. That's specific. He won't be able to raise his hand. What? What kind of judge is that, bro? There's no way. No, not having it. No, bro. That is too run seal of judge. The run seal. That's exactly what it says on the tin. Don't piss me off. Piss off. Get out of here.
It was in the Brazilian one still, because obviously he was in Brazil, bro.
Brother. Exactly what it says on the tin. I can't raise my hand, and I don't know what's going on. Nah.
Bro, you said it's a new strain. It's a new strain.
Nah, not that level. I don't think you can. That's too specific, bro. Surely not.
I don't know the capabilities.
Nah,
that's not my lane, fam.
No, none of him. I can't. There's no way, because I just no, I'm not having it.
I reckon Dubois listens to like Slipknot.
Good.
On the low. And I was gonna say that. Listen, this is what I don't like, innit? And I mentioned this last time. He hides underneath the Christianity thing, innit? Yeah. He's tearing down someone like Ben Davison in this case, yeah, to boost himself, which isn't very Christian-like, is it? Yeah. And I'm sure Ben Davison won a world title before he did. You know what I'm saying? And then secondly, his claims on Usyk. He's talking about morals, like I said, when Chisora was moving like a loose pit bull under Don Charlton, yeah? And Dubois, as Bass said, is saying in interviews that he'll win by any means. And secondly, with Dubois, I don't think Dubois is capable of... I don't think he has a moral compass. I don't think his brain is that developed, yeah? So who is advising him? Someone advising him to go in there and do these things. And it might not be Don Charlton, but why is Don Charlton not stopping it? It's selective morals, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This is all...
It's cool. It's cool.
And I've got something to say as well, yeah. I've always said, for some reason, I'm sure I said it on one of these calls before. I said, Matchroom, I don't know, you watched Harry Potter before, innit? Yeah, Matchroom is a bit like Gryffindor, yeah? And I think Queensberry is Slytherin-ish. I think their fighters are encouraged. I think all Queensberry fighters are encouraged, yeah, to do bookie stuff, in my opinion. They all dabble in the dark arts a little bit.
The flagrance on display week after week. Somehow he finds it, bro.
Every week.
And the thing is, what's stupid? It's just new material. It just keeps on firing, bro. He's a beast, bro. Generational talent, bro. Hey, let me hit you, bro. We got Ivy Bembo. He's got the video for us.
Let's go.
Ivy, what's going on, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
It's the first time calling me.
Hey,
listen, hey! First time calling a long time listener. You know they love that line. Go ahead.
Yeah, so guys, I always watch your show. I'm from the Netherlands.
Dope, man.
I always watch your show every Monday. It's strict.
Come on, man. Thank you so much for showing support.
Yeah, man. So I follow Spencer Fearon. I follow all you guys. So I was watching his the storyline on IG. So I was watching it, and then all of a sudden he like added this video that he was in a conversation, and he added it on his social stories. So I clicked on it, and then he was explaining the whole stuff. It's like 10 minutes, guys. So if y'all got the time, I can just
give us a breakdown. Give us a breakdown of what you heard, so it's just easier for us. Disseminate that information for us.
Well, it's basically it's about it's about money.
Oh, so you're saying their breakup is about peas?
Well, he's telling like it's not about he's not breaking him up. He's got the love for him, but you got to hear this because it's a long one, man. You got to hear this.
All right, give me. I'll tell you what. I'll send you our email, and you send me this thing like a WeTransfer, and we'll talk about it on the pod.
Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way.
I think it's better because this is like 11-minute long. Let me just make sure y'all can hear it a little bit, so y'all can have the scoop. One moment.
A man that can relate to your son, yeah? You can relate to your son. Why don't you give them a chance? I met you when you used to sell posters up and down.
You heard it?
Hey, I know that combo's about to be crazy.
Yo, let me give you some more. Let me give you some more. One moment.
If it was a cross of the low, that would have been a knockout punch. Right? Now I'm getting rid of him. I said, the only thing when you get rid of, I disrespected the fact that you brought in Ali Bashir, right? With all the experience and all the rest of it, because Don didn't feel confident enough. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, Ivy, listen, send that to us. Send that to us immediately. We'll speak to you later. Brother, I feel like Spencer must have been talking up their things.
Hey.
Spencer must have went off because he probably saw that boxing video when he says, I don't want to talk about him ever again. You know, he said it in such a way, he crashed out. Them men are crashing out. That's interesting because imagine, think of all the stuff that Spence probably knows about boxing and the secrets that he's holding. And he's saying, he just said, you know what? I ain't going to do that anymore. I'm talking the thing.
Bam. The Spencer director edit. The Spencer edit.
Yeah, I'm interested. I love stuff like that. I just want to know. I want to know what's going on. He said it with too much, All right, let's keep it moving. We got Paul. How many calls should we get through? What are you telling me? We go on for a bit. All right, what are you telling me?
Let's do 2 more.
2 more? Oh wait, we do 2 more, then just do 2 minutes for the callers, and then just end it. So we give these people the time.
Okay, cool.
And 2 minutes for you. Yeah, cool. All right, Paul, talk to us.
Hey guys, how's it going? I was at the fight live 2 weekends ago. I was sat in the lower tier, and I gotta be honest, everyone was like AJ 4 rounds, AJ 6 rounds, and then the first round happened, and everyone was just like shocked and just like stunned, speechless. By round 3, 4, like myself and like my friends and others around us were just like having that cut sign with their hand, like just like end the fight, just end it now, save his career. And then round 5 happened, and then everyone just was very, very deflated until AJ landed that right hand, and everyone just rose like, "Oh, he's got him now! He's got that chance! He's got him! He's about to go in!" And everyone like getting from like just deflation to just excitement in like a second, like, "Oh my god, he's actually got him now!" And then gets knocked out in the process, and then that sort of ending, it would just, like I said, like I could just sum it up as shocked, stunning, speechless. It was like watching Mufasa fall to his demise in the Lion King.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god,
like Simba, bro. It was like
Simba. You know what I mean? And we were like Simba, like crying, like Mufasa's just died. You know what I mean? Like long live the king, all this stuff. I've never seen so many strangers around me just like hugging each other and shaking each other's hands in commiseration. Like it was just unbelievable, honestly.
It was, you know what? You've explained that moment perfectly.
You really have, bro. Like even in the comments, they're saying that your voice, it sounds so captivating. It's like listening to an audiobook.
of what we saw. We're reliving it, bro. Now, you know what? That day, yeah. So what was your journey after that? Because obviously the fight's over. You just sitting there thinking, oh my goodness. Or what?
So like one of my good friends who was with me at the fight, like honestly, he is normally such a calm, relaxed individual, but you know, he was just rubbing his face non-stop. Like he just couldn't believe it. And everyone was just leaving the stadium like, what's just happened? Like it was just shocking. It's like someone died, honestly. Like it was unbelievable. And yeah, just absolutely like just stunning. And yeah, I don't know, man. But the thing is,
do you see AJ? Because with 56% of the community is saying in a rematch, they see AJ doing much better. I don't know if this is AJ winning.
First of all, you know, shout out. Listen, you know, people want to criticize Ben Davis to like, you know, roll the dice and stuff, but I think he was so far gone. He was so far removed from the fight that it was like, and everyone was deflated. Everyone was like, oh, well, he's going to eventually get knocked out anyway. But then so I think they rolled the dice because he was so far removed. He had to sort of find his way back in and do something. And he did do something, but then he just, you know, he got knocked out in the process. I think in terms of his future, I think he's 35, he was 34, 35 years old. And I think, you know, he doesn't need any more warm-up, any more tune-ups. I agree with Eddie Hearn. Maybe wait to see Fury, Usyk to outcome. And then either it's Fury or Dubois. I think AJ, given how he went out in his Shield, he's probably going to choose a Dubois rematch just because he showed that Warriors mentality. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, yeah, what an event! And I can't look for. I mean, I know you guys are going to do a pod about this next week, but
yes,
4 Crown Showdown. Let's go. 4 Crown. I just have to say this before I go. Like 4 Crown Showdown. That, you know, the fight I was looking forward to more than Fury Usyk this year was actually the fight next week, more so than Joshua Dubois, because it's a boxing purist stream. Like obviously Joshua Dubois, everyone knew was going to be a shootout, and it was that. But Beterbiev Bivol, I mean, that is the fight. And the thing is, you can't. It's like, you know, the thing is, I want Bivol to win because I rate his win over Canelo so much, and Canelo, I like the fact that, you know, people thought Canelo was this invincible guy, and I think Bivol's win over Canelo was even better than Floyd, because Canelo was green back then. He was young, and this was a prime Canelo who had just become undisputed champion after beating Caleb Plant. So, and he was a number 1 ranked fighter, and Bivol beat him. But you know, this by the way,
someone's not happy. What's wrong? Why are you shaking your hand? What's wrong, bro? Oh, yo, audio. You can't hear you, fam. Unmute yourself, bro. You can't come into the dunya and not be not ready. Nothing we can do about him.
Yeah,
sorry.
But I mean, yeah.
Paul,
yeah.
Let me say something, bro. I would love for you to start a podcast, man. Like just the way you break out and speak boxing. Honestly, bro. I'm listening. I'm thinking. I don't even really want to interrupt you, bro. Just keep going.
Listen, but we got to keep it moving, Trav. We got people waiting. Listen, Paul, big up, amazing call, fam.
Respect, man.
Listen, Sarah. Hopefully, Sarah's
that guy's a broadcaster in waiting, by the way.
He's a broadcast, yeah. If he's not broadcasting, he's wasting that voice, wasting the ability, fam. Here you go, Sarah.
Oh, hi.
How you doing? Wait, hold on. How are you feeling now?
Obviously,
is it all making sense?
I'm calm. I'm sound mind. I'm not crazy anymore. Like last week, some of the stuff I said, I was joking, you know, like. But more seriousness, though, I still do believe though that the rematch thing. I think, for me, I feel like with AJ, it's like with Usyk, for example, the first one was terrible. Second one he tried, but God loves a try, in it. Like he did his best. That was it. AJ's Usyk's a different level. But I feel like with this one, because the performance was so bad, it leaves that question mark and like the open door of a what if sort of thing. So I feel like they just need a rematch to see what could happen. So I feel like he could win still, and I just feel like.
Why though?
Yeah,
that's the thing. Why are we saying that?
Because I feel like, think about it. There's a reason why 90% of the people thought he was going to win. It wasn't pure delusion. There's something we obviously seen in him that we thought this man's going to win. So it's like, obviously, as a, you know, I'm not undermining Dubois' performance, but I just feel like he just needs a second chance to redeem himself. I think. I really think he does.
Are we doing this because we're just AJ fans. Like I've had to come to in football terms, I've had to come to the terms that my manager just isn't good enough. Yeah, and I've woken up today and just realized, oh man, he's not good enough. And people have been telling me for a while. Are we doing this with AJ where we're like, we looked at the wins that he had against opponents that weren't really going to test him anyway? When we talk about AJ, we do mention Ngannou because Ngannou that doesn't mean anything. Ngannou's not a boxer. Then the next fight he had, like the fights that he had, does that tell us Dubois ready for the young lion that's coming up and he's ready to take that guy out? It can't tell us that. And that guy's only going to get better.
It's true. I'm not disputing that. But I feel like AJ's, you could say it's because we're fans, but he's brought himself up so well that we give him that grace. That like we don't accept defeat from him. Like if he gets beaten, we're like, okay, he wasn't well or whatever. Like he has that. He's so loved that he has that grace from the fans, and I feel like it's fair enough. He's worked hard for that. And I'm not saying Dubois couldn't win again, but I just feel like it was so poor of AJ. Like, you didn't expect that to happen. If he brought all his tools and he still got beaten, we can all go home and be like, you know what, cool. You tried your best. It didn't work. That's it. But we just need to see it. I think we just need to see him at his best, Dubois at his best, and then we can really be like, okay, cool. You know what, AJ, maybe you need to whatever.
I honestly think the fight has the possibility to look the same either way in the rematch.
And like, what about the new demons?
No, because people are like when Usyk beat AJ, that highlighted a massive conversation about his boxing skills. Like, wow, the amateur career, can he mix it with somebody with that level of IQ? This is not boxing skill conversation. These guys are going there to tear each other's heads off. Like you can't be the one that's not switched on, and that's what happened in that
fight. It's true, but I think just for AJ's sake, like he's just as a fan, you just give him that grace to have just to see what he can do. Because
I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah. I think we just have to say maybe that's the end of the AJ story, and that's okay. The killer is I don't want my fighter slurring, not being able to spend his P's. Like, there's fighters glitching in 4K. They get asked questions, and I'm like, wait, AJ, you've clocked the game. Yes, you went out bad, but that's okay. You're a heavyweight boxer. You got knocked out. In the end, we're gonna remember you as someone that carried British boxing on your back, and you can leave now.
But that's one thing to be like money in the wider grand scheme of life. But he's a boxer and he's a fighter because he obviously loves it. Look at him getting up round after round against Dubois. This brother could have just said, you know what, I'm all right. You know, this guy wants to fight, bro.
But
you're saying that, yeah. He's dedicated his life to this thing, and he's not finished, bro. This ain't a shot fighter we're talking about.
No, we're not talking about.
He got caught by a 250-pound man in a heavyweight battle, bro. Why are we trying to like this brother got shot in his face or something?
I'm not saying that. I think you're missing this. I'm talking about these boxers. You went out, you went out on your shield. You went against a younger man. You were bested. No one can criticize you. Say you didn't show heart. You didn't try to get up and stuff. But then we're like, wait a minute. Do we put you back into another war to prove what? Like, that's just heavyweight boxing.
But he didn't bring his A game though. Like we can't say that from the past. What we've seen, he did not bring his A game, and I feel like I get what you're saying, but it's not the end for him. Like I think he's still like on his prime, like more or less physically wise. Mentally, obviously, he might need to be doing a few more things, but like he's still in his prime and he can still do something. It's not like he's like, you know, everyone kind of says like Chisora needs to kind of call it a day, but he's still fighting, still winning. He's nothing like Chisora. He's not in that sort of end category. So I feel like he can still do something. It was a bad night for him, personally.
I don't know what AJ has to fight for, honestly.
How old is AJ for men to be like, oh, the younger man, he got bested, he's old. He's 34, bro.
But bro, like he's had war. I'm saying AJ's had some wars now. Why my thing is, well, why continue? You wanted to get to you wanted to say 3-time champion.
You're saying why continue?
No, I'm saying I'm talking about
for a reason.
breaks down. I'm talking about what boxing is doing to your bodies. And look at the boxers that we can look at. We can look at Chisora and say, you don't sound as good as you should be sounding. We look at Joe Joyce, who's just is far gone. And you're saying, well, in heavyweight boxing, why put your body through this much damage? You've clocked the game.
Why be a boxer? Why be a boxer when you could be a computer engineer? Why be a boxer when you could just go and shelves, bro? It's a dangerous game.
No, but I'm saying it's one in life, though. What is there right now? AJ's won. He's not. What's he got to prove in boxing? The
thing is, though, like obviously, from like as a fan, we can say that, but we're not boxers. We're not like in the ring fighting. Like he does it for more than money. You're not just doing it because he needs money. He's got all the money in the world. It's a passion for him. So how can we say like, oh, you know what? Let's just call it a day. Like if he wants to go out and fight, and he's in good condition, and the doctors have cleared him off, like go and do that. Then no one can stop you from doing that.
So I feel like it's just,
bro. I think boxers never leave at the right. I just feel boxers don't leave at the right times.
And this ain't the right time for him to leave. That don't make no sense to me. Okay, that don't make no sense.
All right, cool.
But lastly, I just want to say, Don Charles, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with him, but I feel like in terms of talking about likability, like for example, Devin Haney, he can do no right to like in the public's eye. Every time anything happens to him, no one's on his side, whatever. And I feel like as Daniel Dubois is growing and like he's still in that sort of limbo where like you don't not like him, but he's still sort of building his sort of, you know, his profile, whatever. I think it's too much for Don Charles to be going on a rampage like this at this stage in his career. But at least let him sort of marinate a bit and like get more into that kind of conversations in the rooms with like Fury, Usyk, all that kind of people, and then talk your talk. But there's a time and place for everything. You can't just go about all guns blazing and saying all this stuff from this win. It's a phenomenal win, don't get me wrong, but like chill out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like just relax a bit.
All right. Listen, Sarah, wicked cool, man. Trav,
for real.
What are you telling me?
Listen.
We're gonna talk. Me and you are gonna have a conversation. We're not finished.
You're chatting nonsense, bro.
I don't feel like I'm chatting nonsense. I feel like who gets it right? Mayweather left the game nicely. And I respect it.
He only left nicely because he didn't lose.
Not many get to leave the game not many get to lead the game correctly. And I'm just saying that AJ, with everything he's achieved, the money's amassed, what he's put British boxing, his legacy is solid. AJ's legacy is solid. Even if he doesn't win the third championship again, what you can say AJ's done for boxing is fantastic. And even in that last fight, yes, he got bested by the younger fighter, but the guy went out on his shield. He didn't show no quitting him. He gave it all in the ring. Bro, your story could be done.
So then why do you think this is the time to be ending it, bro?
Brother, because you're coming to a fight 30 minutes before you're coming 30 minutes before. Does that tell me that you're...
So this means retire.
No, I'm not saying retire. I'm saying, bro, I'm saying leave the right way. Don't let this game retire you and not be able to talk and spend your money the right... Because having another war... Bro, Trav, bro, these wars
that can happen to anyone in any fight at any time in their career. This isn't about, and Trav, he's not at this age like what Chisora is. He's not there, bro.
Brother, all I'm saying is these AJ, what you want him going through nothing though. This last one was a war. Usyk was a war. The one Klitschko was a war. Even wait, hold on. Let's add another war to it. There's another one that is. There's another
war. Does that count?
Ruiz is a war. Ruiz is a war. But I'm just saying, the killer is. I feel like you're missing the part of, bro. Next fight like this
is you're jumping off the
dangerous.
Cliff, bro.
I think it's gonna be just as, bro. What AJ got, how AJ got moved to, the fight should have been stopped earlier. AJ got beat up, you know, in that last fight.
How old was Lennox when he lost to Rackman?
Did it look that bad? Was it as bad as what AJ? Was it as bad as what happened to AJ?
He got knocked spark out.
Was it as bad as what happened to AJ though?
The lights were off, bro.
I'm with you, but was it as bad as what AJ?
What do you mean? Was it as bad as what?
Was
it the same thing, or was it a shot that just knocked him out?
It was badness from round one for AJ.
Which one's worse? Which one's worse, bro?
But even in the Rackman one, you knew that Rackman would come back and win it. You knew AJ would. I'm not sorry, AJ. You knew Lennox would come back and deal with Rackman.
I believed. I'm just saying. At that moment, I can only imagine what the media were doing at that point. He's obviously not focused on boxing anymore. He's making a film. He's doing this. He's had his money. He's made his money. He's done this. Bro, young. These men are, bro. They're fighters, and he's not old. He's not old. That's the part where I'm just like, man, wait.
I've been around this boxing thing, and I've spoken to fighters, and there's that thing that they're off. They're off, and I don't like it. I would love to see man step out the game and say, you know what, all your money, your faculties, AJ has those right now. He does. Obviously, every time you go into the ring, it's dangerous, and it's that same line of, I just want to get home to my wife and kids. Brother, you've amassed it. You've done it. I personally right now, I don't see AJ being Usyk. I don't. Like right now as it stands. And I don't even feel, with what I saw from the last fight against Dubois, I don't see him beating him in a rematch. I'll be honest with you. Those are my true feelings.
But none of that is here nor there. We're talking about the conversation about retirement that you're barking on, and I'm saying that's nonsense.
I'm just saying I don't know what he has to. I don't know what he has to prove, bro. I don't know what AJ has to prove. I'll be honest with you. Like I think he's done amazing. His legacy is correct. I think AJ went out the right way, and I just think again you can lead the game on that. You can.
Bro, he could have, if we're talking money in the grand scheme of life, he could have left the game time ago. He's clearly not here for money.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if we'll agree on that one. I say we end there, bro. I say we end there. I was going to do other calls. Muzzy's like, no! 2 minutes. Everyone wants to talk, bro. All right. What do I do, Trav? You're cool.
One more call, that's it. Then we got to go, man.
One more call. Who is it going to be, though? There's Alvin, Jude.
I'll let you choose. I don't want to be doing this.
I've been bringing everyone in. You do it. You do it. Just bring them in. Okay. Leave with your faculties intact.
This is too much pressure, fam.
Go on, do it, bro. You said this day.
Go on, choose one caller, bro.
You dickhead about I choose. You choose.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Or you scared of the big night? You should retire them. You should retire. You should retire from pudding. You scared of the big night now?
Retire. I'll end the stream. Retire. I've got a stream later today. I've got to do an emergency meeting.
You're scared to let the shots go.
You're not afraid. So now
you're a shot putter. You're a shot putter. You're a shot putter.
You're a shot putter. Shut up, man. We're getting out of here, bro. You don't want to pick anyone. Me.
Listen, there you go. Terrible guy, bro.
So shut up.
Let's do another one.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.